How's it going, everyone? Welcome to part 3 of this book review, Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game. 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom. Yes, financial freedom is important. Financial literacy is important. And that's something that should be taught in all schools, and it should start young. Middle school or high school, it should start there. It's very important to learn about money, and I wish I would have known this back in my 20s or even my teen years, but thankfully and luckily, I started to get into learning about financial freedom, financial literacy, how to manage my money when I was, 29, 30 years old. So I'm 33 now, but better late than never. Well, not late, but you know what I'm saying. It could have been a whole lot worse if I would have waited in my 40s, 50s, and 60s. But I'm going to read you guys some parts of this book right here, and then I'll give you guys my book review. And this part is called "You Can Be Late to the Party and Still Win." Oof. When Angela first calculated the amount of income she needed for financial security, her number came to $34,000 a year. For financial independence, she needed $50,000. At first glance, her numbers excited her. They didn't have 7 zeros, and they were numbers she could get her arms around. However, the timing of those numbers brought her back down to earth. Starting late in life, saving only 10% of her income was a plan that would take Angela 24 years to get to financial freedom, financial security. If she was 41 years old, that would be a great win. If she would have achieved it by 65. But since she was starting later, Angela would be 72 years old when she achieved financial security. So what could we do to speed up that goal? How could Angela get to financial security faster? One way would be to increase her savings and invest it. She was saving 10% already. Never having saved before, 10% seemed like a huge number. But by committing to the Save More Tomorrow plan, she could painlessly save more when she received raises and accelerate her plan. Saving money, investing money is very important. Very important. Lucky for Angela, she still had one more round in her arsenal. She had left out a huge piece of future earnings, one that many people neglect to include in their financial planning: Social Security. Social Security, having a savings account, a high yield savings account, all these things are important. And not to use so much of the credit card. Angela, already 48, was only 14 years away from taking Social Security at a reduced rate and 17 years away from capturing her full benefit. She stood to take home $1,250 per month when she turned 62, or about $15,000 a year. Instead of getting to financial security at 72, she was going to get there at 62. Angela was going to be financially secure in 14 years, and she was thrilled. She now would have enough income never to have to work again to pay for her mortgage, her utilities, her food, her transportation, and her health basic insurance. A real sense of freedom for Angela. The impossible became possible. And guess what else? Once Angela realized financial security was in view, she took that emotion, that excitement, that momentum, and she said, and I quote, "Hey, let's kick it up a notch. If I can get to financial security by 62, let's take a look at financial independence. I'm going to figure out a way to become financially independent, not in my 70s or 80s, but in my 60s. And her number to reach financial independence it was 50,000, only 16,000 more a year in income than she need for financial security. And I'll leave it right there, guys. My review for this book, Money Master the Game, 1 through 5, I give it a 4.7 out of 5 stars. I've read this book once. I can't wait to read it again. It's a very important book, very important book. I mean, hey, it's New York Times bestseller for a reason, right? So, and you have many people spoke highly about this book, such as Oprah, Carl Icahn, Steve Wynn. Steve Wynn is the CEO and founder of Wynn Resorts. So if you've been to Vegas and you see Wynn Vegas Hotel, then you know. But yeah, I do agree that achieving financial freedom is not complicated. It's all about being disciplined, studying, and, just being patient. Be patient, constantly investing. And I've been investing for quite some time now, but again, it's all about patience. I know in the future, things will pay off, and I'll see those dividends. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future has in store for me. But yeah, guys, I highly recommend Tony Robbins, Money Master the Game. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you guys like this video and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, be safe. And may God bless each and every one of you. Financial freedom, financial literacy is the way to go.